Palladium symbol, Pd. Clear? So now, this R bond indicating, this is different oils we have. You can see vegetable oils, we have mustard oil, we have cottonseed oil, different varieties of vegetable oils we have. So that's why groundnut oil we have sunflower seeds oil, varieties of oils we have available in the market. But if they are in what state at room temperature? All the vegetable oils, what state at room temperature? Everybody. They are at? Please respond. Liquid state. So just by adding hydrogen, we will convert them into solid or semi-solid at a room temperature. That is only call it as a hydrogenation of oils. So it's nothing is that. So hydrogenation of vegetable oils using a nickel as a catalyst is basically they have, see that this is a, everybody note it. From here, every word is important. Vegetable oils generally have long unsaturated carbon chains. That is what is this R is indicating, continuity. They are be having continuity. So while animal fats have saturated hydrocarbons, note it everybody. So which is good? Vegetables is having what? Saturated or unsaturated or? Everyone. Vegetables is having what? Saturated or unsaturated? Unsaturated.
Unsaturated.
Animal fat. Animal fat contains what? Saturated or unsaturated? Saturated.
Saturated.
Now, sir, which is good to eat? Let us see that. Very, very important. So, you must have seen that advertisements stating that some vegetable oils are healthy. Animal fats generally contains saturated fatty acids, which are said to be harmful for the health. Oils containing unsaturated fatty acids should be chosen for the cooking. So now you tell me, which is best for our health? Unsaturated or saturated? Everybody?
Unsaturated.
Unsaturated. Do you all understand, Amma? So now, sir, then why sir hydrogenation process is there? 1 year they asked this question. Remember, Vanaspati ghee, go to market today. You go to any hotel in our surroundings, 100% many places they are using Vanaspati ghee, or they are using, we used to call it as what? This solid ghee. We used to say vegetable ghee for cooking purpose. Why you know, guys? It is cheaper than vegetable oils. Do you all understand, everybody? And it is very harmful for us. That is the reason many heart failure cases and all noting in our surroundings, those who are addicting to the outside foods, because many places unknowingly we are having the saturated fats. Because of this hydrogenation reaction itself is harmful for us, because vegetable oils are basically cost effective, very costly it is. That's why what they will do, they will use that vegetable oils, they will converting into unsaturated, so that the cheaper cost, and of course that process is also very simple process. That is the reason they will sell it, the semi-solid one, what we are buying in Vanaspati ghee or vegetable ghee in the market, it is not good for us. Because a Vanaspati ghee is a what? Saturated or unsaturated? Vanaspati ghee. It is a what? Saturated. So clearly it is stated in the NCRT, you can see. In advertisements and all, they will say, you can notice it, sunflower oils and all, very good for health, very good for no fat in the arteries, veins and all, heart will function nicely. Many things they will say, because it is unsaturated hydrocarbon, that is why they are healthy. Okay. And if they're containing unsaturated, they are actually preferred to choose for cooking. Sir, why, sir? I again reason same. As the beginning of the today's class, I said, which is very stable in nature. Anybody? Which is very stable in nature? Saturated. Saturated are highly stable in nature, difficult for digestion, difficult to digest. That is the reason. Which one we have to prefer? Unsaturated or saturated? Everybody.
Unsaturated.
Unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay. All of you. Most important one. This oxidation I have never taught. Don't worry about it. We'll study tomorrow's class. Now you have to talk about only addition reaction. Each word is very important. Each line can turn up into the question. And then you have to talk about the substitution reaction. So as I said, you can see here they clearly mentioned, you all notice it, all of you. Saturated hydrocarbons are fairly unreactive and they are inert in the presence of most reagents. Why? What is the cause? Anybody? What is the cause? Because they are what? They contain carbon-carbon what bonds?
Single covalent bond.
Single bond.
So that is why saturated hydrocarbons do not react with the many substances, but they will undergo substitution reaction with chlorine in the presence of, very, very important, in the presence of what? Sunlight. Clear?
Sun.
So that reaction is very fast. Basically, saturated hydrocarbons are very unreactive. They will never react with the most of the elements. But under the presence of sunlight, the reaction with the chlorine is very faster. And chlorine can be replaced the hydrogen atoms one by one. For that only I given you how many equations? How many equations I have given you, everybody? 4 equations. Are you clear? 1 year, you don't believe, a 3-mark question has been asked. 95% children is not able to answer. What is it, you know? Write the substitution reaction of saturated hydrocarbon, okay, and get the product as a chloroform. So exactly, even chloroform they not mentioned. They given trichloromethane. So trichloromethane means, what is the name of it? Trichloromethane means, all of you, chloroform only. Am I right or wrong? So means how many equations you have to write it? 3 mark, 3 equations. How many equations you have to write it? Everybody. 3 equations.
3
So that is the importance of it. And you can see it is called as a substitution reaction because one type of atom or a group of atoms takes place of other. It is making a representing some other in the place of it. That is why basically a number of products are usually formed with a higher homologous of alkenes. So very simple, like continuity it will be forming. You can notice it. They are all homologous of alkenes. Everything. The products are usually formed with a higher homologous of alkenes. What is the higher homologous of alkene, Mitakshri? CH-4, next one. C2H6, next one. C3H8, next one. C4H10, next one. C5H12. Methane, ethane, propane, butane, hexane, pentane. Pentane, next, sorry, hexane, pentane and hexane. So this is what is that. Usually formed with a higher homologous of series. Listen, every word I discussed with you, everything I have taught. So when they ask you write the equations of formation of chloroform, then you have to write it what equations? Substitution reactions. And how many equations you have to write it, everybody? First 3 equations you have to write it. So they mention a word, call it as a one after one. Every chlorine can be replaced. It's not that substitution reaction means one chlorine. Every chlorine, underline this in the book, one by one, not at a time also. One by one, it will be replaced. Chlorine can replace the hydrogen atom one by one. Very, very, very important one. I hope you all understand. So extremely important equation in the presence of sunlight. So these are the 2 properties you have to remember. And there is a property, addition oxidation reaction is there. Oxidation reaction we'll study in the later. Because again it will be coming. That is the reason I'm just leaving. So all of you note it. Any doubt, Amma, till here you can ask me. Now, addition reaction, I'm coming back. As I said, addition reaction not only with hydrogen, also other substances. What is other substances I said? Anybody? Yes, please. What is other substances? Also it can be addition reactions. If suppose hydrogen, it will be what? Hydrogenation. So this hydrogenation only we used to call, note it everybody, if you are making vegetable oil, simple equation you write, all of you. So vegetable oil is reacting with the hydrogen. So we are getting what? Vanaspati ghee. So not only hydrogen, I told another elements also we can replace. What is that? Anybody? Please respond back. Yes.
Chlorine, bromine.
Chlorine and bromine. Chlorine and bromine is what, Hari? Chlorine and bromine is what? Everyone. They are halogens. Am I right? Halogens. So this reaction, name we used to call it as a halogenation. Halogenation. So very, very important. Even there is a important question here. I will teach you that only now. Next 7 minutes. Everybody make attention. 100% the question will come here. So you can notice it. It is. Suppose I will give you a liquids. I don't know. Sir, how you can identify either it is a saturated or unsaturated? 100% this question asked so many years, maybe this year also can expect. So write it everybody. So addition reactions of like hydrogen with unsaturated hydrocarbons, other substances like chlorine. Chlorine means Cl2, bromine means Br2. Chlorine and bromine also gives addition reaction with unsaturated hydrocarbons like alkenes and alkynes. So addition of bromine is particularly important. Very, very, very important reaction. Addition of bromine. Most important reaction. Sir, why, sir? In our general life, we are going to use that one. So we are going to use it. Write it, everybody. Because bromine test is used as a test for unsaturated compounds. Unsaturated compounds. So that is why a bromine is used in the form of bromine water. Note it, everybody. In the form of what water? All of you? Bromine water. So to identifying the given hydrocarbon, either it is a saturated or unsaturated, we will use the bromine test. So remember, bromine water has a color also, red-brown color. Even class 9th, you might be studied that. Red-brown color because of bromine is present in it. So bromine water has a red-brown color because due to the presence of bromine. Bromine color is red-brown. Okay. So when bromine water is added to the unsaturated hydrocarbon, remember, the bromine gets added to the unsaturated compounds and the color of bromine water is discharged or it will become into colorless. Extremely important one. So bromine water is added to the unsaturated, note it everyone, unsaturated hydrocarbons. Bromine will react with that and it will become into what? Bromine water will turn up into what? It will form actually saturated hydrocarbon and bromine will become colorless. Bromine become colorless. That is very, very important. Clear, everybody? All of you? Ma, understood, ma? Yes, please. So the bromine water is discharged and bromine water will become into colorless. So that is what is indicating it is reacted with the unsaturated hydrocarbon. Remember, a given compound is a saturated or unsaturated, whatever it is, either it is the alkene or alkyne, doesn't matter. If you add the bromine water, they will react with the bromine and they will turn up into saturated hydrocarbon and bromine water become what? Everybody. After reaction, bromine water become everyone colorless. So if it is turn up into colorless, then you can say it is unsaturated hydrocarbon. If it is not turn up into colorless, we used to say it is a saturated hydrocarbon. Do you all understand, Amma? So chemically, you can notice it. If you want to identify cooking oil, everybody, so in our home also you can test it. Cooking oil and butter. Suppose I have given you both in a liquid state only. So if you want to identify which is cooking oil and which is, altered also, very good Mankandan, altered oils also. So we can distinguish chemically cooking oil and butter by what test? Anybody? By bromine water test. Very, very important. How? Anybody can tell? Mr. Nimish, understand? Pugal, Noor? Yes, please respond, guys. Abrami. So how we can identify? Cooking oil will react with the bromine and it will be converting into what? Yes, please. Cooking oil will be turned up into what? It will be decolorizes. Do you understand it? Decolorizes the bromine water. Why? Anybody can tell me? It will decolorizes the bromine water. What is the reason?
It is unsaturated.
Unsaturated. Understanding? Unsaturated. But butter cannot decolorize. What is the reason? Does not decolorize. What is the reason?
Saturated.
It is saturated.
Yes. Decolorizes bromine water because it is the saturated. So bromine test is the most important one. So if organic compound decolorizes bromine water, it is unsaturated. Means containing maybe double bond or triple bond. That is also very important. You cannot specify either it is a double bond or triple bond. Anything can contain. Okay. So write it. If an organic compound or hydrocarbon, organic compound decolorizes bromine water, then it will be an unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated compound means may contains what? Everybody. Containing a what? Containing a double bond or what bond? All of you. Triple bond. So double bond or triple bond between what? That is very important. Between carbon and carbon atom. Between carbon atom, may double bond or triple bond is present. That is called it as a unsaturated hydrocarbon. So finally you tell me, which is good for our health? Saturated or unsaturated? Everybody.
Unsaturated.
Unsaturated is preferred for our health also. It is very nice. So it is easily digestible compared to saturated hydrocarbon. So only two things I am saying you. So these two are very, very important. Your NCERT also. Many points they won't be. Finally, they will ask only in exam. Those who are absent, they will understand definitely. I hope you all clear, Mr. Hari Sairas, Hasini. Till here, any doubt you can ask me. So extremely important points. Every point can turn up into the question in exam. So this is all about what is the addition reaction and what is the substitution reaction. Oxidation reaction we will study as we are having it. This is even more important one. We'll just study in the next class while we are studying the properties of ethanol and ethyl alcohol. Sorry, ethanoic acid. We'll discuss that addition reaction. Then tomorrow's class we are going to start important carbon compounds. That is what ethanol. Ethanol also call it as a what? Everybody. Ethanol also call it as a ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol. What is the formula? C2H5OH and ethanoic acid. What is ethanoic acid? Call it as a acetic
Acid.
H3COOH. Okay. So here we are getting oxidation reaction. So that is what we will discuss from our tomorrow's class. Most important concepts next. So tomorrow we'll discuss important carbon compound, ethanol properties, and as well as if the time permits, ethanoic acid also. Then what is the test presented, properties, everything is important from now onwards. So that is only two concepts remaining. Tomorrow one and day after tomorrow one. Tomorrow ethanol and day after tomorrow ethanoic acid. That is what acetic acid. After that soaps. Soaps mostly on Tuesday. So this chapter will be completed. And of course by Monday, tomorrow mostly we'll discuss two and Monday we are going with the practice. Up to here it is very, very important. Soaps also not a problem. Even you can leave it as a choice also. Nobody can leave choice. 1 or 2 they will feel hectic, they can leave it. So that's all. If it is over, then the chapter is also completed. Only 2 are most important concept remaining: properties of ethanol and ethanoic acid. That's all. Okay. Thank you everybody. Now my sincere request, I know you are all free now. Many people are not wake up till now. So already over. So till here, my sincere request, everybody, till where? Addition reaction. Go through that and learn. Every question you have to answer it, except this oxidation. Every word I'm analyzing and I'm teaching, question can come from any corner. You have to be ready for everything. So please show interest. If you have anything doubt in addition reaction and substitution reaction, you can ask me in the afternoon class also. Kindly spend time. Sorry, 10 o'clock class. So kindly spend time, get back to the work and revise. Okay. Thank you everybody. We'll meet you at 10 o'clock.